use more than one step.
Oh, I use problem solving strategy, use one.
That's not what I call it. So, yes, as we talked off camera, we have a handful of these that do. We sometimes will do these types of lessons too. Here's the next one here, chapter 3. So, some we do, some we don't. This is all good stuff for the test. You actually do see some of these types of questions on your practice test if you've looked at it. It's a multi-step. So, but one of our objectives today, and I do this every year with fifth grade at this lesson here, is we talk about word problems in general, just word problems. Whether they're math problems, science problems, ELA problems, doesn't necessarily matter. Math, of course, will be numbers and orders of operation type stuff. But how do you go about doing it? What do you need to know? What type of plan should you do? All that type of stuff. So they kind of walk through number one, kind of baby step it two, and then this one over here, and then number one. They kind of baby step it here, but we'll just walk and talk through the first one. So here's the question: Kenny swims 23 laps every day. How many laps did he swim in the months of September and October? Boys, what are we doing here? Okay, got it? So, a lot of things going on here in this question. Kenny swims 23 laps a day. How many laps did he swim in the months of September and October?
And October?
As the lesson says, it's used more than one step, but all the problems are of this word nature. If you've seen your homework, you should probably know that there are 8 word problems on page 24. We all seen that? Page 24 of your homework? No? What it looks like. Page 24, your homework tonight?
No.
Right.
Do we have to do page 25 too?
We'll talk about it. You can't but tonight we're all doing 24. Tomorrow, all of you are going to do one on the board for us. So be prepared. Make sure you have your work ready, all that. Normally you guys are real good about that. So, but definitely don't forget your work at home or something tomorrow. You'll be up here. So let's showing us these types of problems here. But using more than one step, as you see, they're like word problems here. So first thing you do, read the problem, which we have done a couple of times now here. They say visualizing, blah, blah, blah. But really, what I'm trying to do when I read the problem is consider what is relevant pieces or important pieces of information. So I would ask, and I'll be asking you these same questions here in just a minute. What do we know here? Well, what do I know? I know he swims 23 laps a day. And I know he swam every day in September and October. Right? What don't I know? I don't know.
How many laps he swam in September and October?
I don't know that, but there's one other thing I also probably don't know right now either.
How many days are in the month?
Right. How many days are in September? How many days are in October? How many days are in September and October?
Well, there's 31 days in October.
Right. Fortunately, they give us, well, they don't really show it, but later on, they tell us, yep, 30 days in September, 31 days in October. Was that information provided to us? It was not. Are we expected to know that? Well, I guess so. I think in my 4 years with you, I don't ever ask you a calendar question where I explicitly, like, if you don't know how many days are in July, you can't answer it type of question. So don't get too bent out of shape about that. What we're really trying to illustrate is, in a sense, this is like hidden information type stuff here. It's not provided to you, but you need to know it. And there is a way to find it, right? So what do I know? Now I know all this. We added in on top of this. There was, I guess they say, hidden information. Yes, there is. That's what we just figured out. Ultimately, 61 days is a number, but notice how at no point in here did they give us the number 61 days, did they? Not directly, but indirectly they did. How did they give us 61 days?
By saying they're putting the months September
Right.
and October.
The months of September and October. So it's up to us to find that piece of information. And like we were told, that's a key piece. Once we know how many days we're talking about, we know how many laps he swims in a day. Well, now finishing it off shouldn't be too hard. 61 times 23 is 1,403 laps. That's how many laps he said. 23 laps a day, 61 days. But before we did that, we had to figure out that 61 part. That's another step. So, whenever you do these here, they talk about checking. I mean, I don't know. How are you going to check this? Multiply it again? Right. But for word problems, again, make sure you understand the question. Even the bigger kids here, it's not, I just went through it. I gave the 7th grade back their test today, Monday morning, today.
Who did the best?
Jackson did the best. Another perfecto for Jackson.
Or is he not really a math person?
Huh?
Is Jackson a math person or he's not really a math
Plus, it's not his favorite, but Jackson's pretty sharp at math. He doesn't get many wrong.
What's his favorite? How the math, if he does good in math.
Should I go get him and bring him in here?
Yeah!
Jackson.
Where is he
Maybe
right
at the
now?
end here. He's in Mrs. Langland's room.
Yeah, we should go get him.
Well, I can see what
Before the
I can see
video.
what they're doing in a little bit. Okay,
Before the
we gotta
video
move
ends.
on. Anyway, reading through, making sure you I was saying the 7th grade, they had their word problem. They had the right equations and stuff, and they did rather poorly with it. Gave them a little bit of my thoughts on that. Wasn't real happy with that. So 7th. So you need to, again, it's vital that you understand the question. If it helps to write down, and some people do, especially, I mean, if you struggle with reading, math, any of this stuff here, trying to sort out your information here, especially a more complex problem, is not a terrible strategy. They do it this way over here. 23 laps a day. We swim every day in September and October. That's what we know, but that leaves us again with one burning question. How many days are there in September and October?
30 and 31.
Right, and that's what we did here, but once we have that, now we know we could replace what we know every day in September and October with he swam for 61 days. And then it's easy to solve, of course, from there, assuming you do the multiplying problem properly. So let's try number 1. And again, I'm going to ask you, what do we know? What do we not know? What are we figuring out? What do we need to know first type of stuff here? I will pull sticks. Tina, I don't need you to instantly answer everything for everybody, even though you may want to some of the time. So just bear with it. But if I need a sub, a pinch hitter, you're going to be my go-to gal. All right? So you're always going to be just one step away from getting involved in this thing. So number 1, feel free to write. I'll be writing here. We haven't done any notes here. We got 5 problems, so feel free to start writing and solving. I'll be right behind you. Number 1, Jan earns $4.50 an hour babysitting. Okay. 2, she babysits 3 hours a week. You with me so far? 3, how much money will Jan make in a year? So I'll give you a moment here, but I'm going to soon ask you, what do I know? What do I not know? What do I need to know? And the need to know and what I don't know could kind of be answered in either order, but I certainly know some stuff. I certainly need to know something. And ultimately, I'm trying to figure out something. 3 big questions I'm about to ask. So then, once you got all that, see if you can solve the problem. The book here, of course, shows us some of this information. Takes a little bit of the magic out of it, I suppose, huh? But, well, I'll give you guys your option. What do I know? I would hope you tell me I know two things. I know that she makes $4.50 an hour babysitting. That's one thing I know. I also know babysits 3 hours a week. Those are the two things I know. What don't I know? How much she's going to make in a year.
Yeah, because how much weeks are in a year?
Question 3. What do I need to know? How many days are there in a year? How many days are there in a year? Anybody?
300 weeks. 300.
What do they want? They say.
365
Oh,
days.
wait. My bad. They say 3 hours each week, not each day. Right? 3 hours a week is very different than 3 hours a day, because 3 hours a day is 21 hours a week. Right? So that matters. So, what do we know? $4.50 an hour, 3 hours a week. How many weeks are in a year? 52. 3 hours a week, 52 weeks equals 1 year.
So.
If it was 3 hours a day, well, then we'd multiply by 365 because there's 365 days in a year, right? But if it's 3 hours a week, well, now we're multiplying by how many weeks are in a year, 52. So, how much money will my friend Jan end up making? Anybody? Nobody? I said anybody. That means you can shout it out.
She made $702.
$702 is correct.
How did I get $775?
So to get there, you can do this in any order, but 450 times 3 times 52 is what you're ultimately going to be up to here.
I did 450 times 3.
It's $4.50.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Okay.
are you supposed to do $404.50 times 2 times 52?
You'll multiply these three numbers together in somehow, some
So
way.
you can do
But
3 times
you could
52.
figure out, what I would probably do is the first thing I'd solve for is how much does she make each week? So she makes $4.50 an hour, and she works 3 hours a week.
Yeah, that's what I did first.
So then she makes $13.50 a week,
That's what I got.
right? Do you agree with that?
100% across it out.
But then the question is, well, how much does she make in a year? In 1 week, she makes $13.50. So how many weeks are in a year?
Oh,
52.
I got this. No, I didn't.
Because if it was 2 weeks, we'd multiply by 2. How much does she make in 2 weeks? $13.50 plus $13.50, she makes $27 in 2 weeks.
I
$13.50 times 2.
no idea what I did wrong.
So then a 0, a 10, a 7, a 2, a 0, a 0, a 5, a 7, and a 6. A 0, a 0, a 2, a 0, and a 7.
I know what I did.
And that would be, how much does she make in a year?
I got
$702.
I-
So, more than one step, right? Because what did I have to do? Well, first I figured out how much she made a week, then I had to figure out how much she made a year.
I'm up.
That's 2 steps. So that's hence the use more than one step part of the thing here. Alright, now number 2. There we go. So I'm going to ask you the same 3 questions. I'll pull a stick this time. What do I know? What do I not know?
What do I need to
And if applicable, meaning if necessary, what do I need to know? Or what don't I need to know?
You don't need to
Try
know
number
what
2.
name is.
So feel free to set it up. I'll read it out here. First thing you want to think about is what do I know? Mr. Hudson. Okay, here we go. Shh, I'm going to read it. Mr. Hudson uses 3 cups of flour in every loaf of bread. 3 cups of flour in every loaf of bread. He bakes 67 loaves of bread a day.
That's a lot.
How many cups of flour does he use in a week?
We're missing
So
some.
feel free. So I'm going to let you start solving in a second, but let's answer the 3 questions. What do I know, Charlotte?
You know that he uses 3 cups of flour in every loaf of bread.
Yep, 3 cups of flour in 1
And
loaf.
he bakes 67 loaves of bread a day.
67 loaves a day. So 3 cups of flour, 1 loaf. 67 loaves, 1 day. That's what I know to be true. Thatcher, what don't I know?
We don't know on what the answer is.
Which is, what exactly am I trying to figure out, Thatcher? What don't I know? What am I trying to solve for ultimately here?
On how many loaves he makes how many cups of flour he uses in a week.
In a week. So I know 3 cups is 1 loaf. I know 67 loaves 1 day. What I don't know is how many loaves in 1 week. What do I need to know?
You need to know how many days are in a week.
Right. Now, how many days are in a week?
7.
7. Now, solve. I'll pull a stick.
So would that be
Now solve it. How many cups of flour does he use in a week? 3 cups for 1 loaf, 67 loaves 1 day. You need to know how many days are in a week. There are 7 days in a week. Question is, how much flour do I use in a week? Are you going somewhere on us? Just standing? Okay.
And looking at the other questions. Is that your likes the book?
All right. How many loaves? Dominic.
yay 1,407 loaves.
1,407
Yay,
loaves.
I
is
Correct.
So loaves per day, 3 cups of flour in 1 loaf, but he makes 67 a day.
Why did you say 7 times 3?
That's 201 cups of flour a day.
I did 67 times 3 and
You-
then that times 7.
Yep, somehow, some way, you're going to multiply these 3 numbers together. Here, the order you did it, perhaps it was different, and that's cool. If you got the right answer, I like how you did it, but logically thinking it out here, 3 cups of flour in 1 loaf, so there's 1 loaf. I make 67 loaves a day. That means I'm using 201 cups of flour a day. Make my 67 loaves of bread. That each take 3 cups of flour, right?
Yeah.
So now, there's 1 day, 7 days in a week. That's the information I need to know. What do I need to know? I need to know how many days are in a week. There are 7. 0 and 4. 1,407 cups is where it comes from there.
That's a lot of flour.
There's a lot of flour. Try number 3.
No!
That means he has to buy all the flour.
How are we supposed to do
But he
it?
also probably works at a bakery, so he gets money.
Everybody's back in the cup again.
How are we supposed to do it?
So, I'll read number 3.
How's that do number 3?
Yeah,
It's
it's
a fraction.
yeah, 1 and 1/2.
Oh, come now. In this case here, dig a little deeper.
Fraction only works.
Well, I'll read it to you and listen carefully. There are 52 bookshelves of fiction and 21 bookshelves of nonfiction at the library. 1 1/2 dozen books fit on a shelf. How many books are on all the shelves?
We need to know how many shelves there
So, let's talk it out here. What do I know? Dominic.
You know that there are 52 bookshelves of fiction and 21 nonfiction.
Uh-huh.
And that there's about a dozen books fit on each shelf.
Right. We'll just say not about. We'll say 1.5 dozen books fit on each shelf. So I know 3 things. 52 bookshelves of fiction, 21 of nonfiction, 1 and 1.5 dozen books on a shelf. Okay. What don't I know? Kana.
how much bookshelves there are.
Huh? I know how many bookshelves there are. There's 52 fiction and 21 nonfiction.
So you don't know how much books fit on each shelf.
I don't know how many books I can fit on all those shelves. What do I need to know? I need to know 2 things here. What are the 2 things I need to know? Suffering. She's dying here, Savannah. Savannah. Where's Jackson? That's who we needed,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's who we wanted. We wanted Jackson. Right.
So you didn't want me to come?
No, we didn't. We wanted Jackson. Right? We needed Jackson. There's questions, unanswered questions.
Why do you need him?
That is 5th grade business, Savannah. You are not. You do not have clearance to understand that. No, you don't really have to send him.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Okay,
send him.
I won't.
We'll hunt him down later.
Yes.
All right, Charlotte.
Yeah?
What do I need to know? There's 2 things I
You
need to know
how
here.
many books can fit on the shelves, all the shelves.
That's what I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What do I need to know? There's 2
You
things.
get to know how many. You need to know.
I probably need to know how many.
You need to know how many.
Wait,
books
what
you
did
can
Emma?
fit- How many books?
Thank you, Emma. One of the 2 things I probably need to know is how many bookshelves we talking about here.
52.
Huh?
52.
Elf. 1.5 dozen. 12. So
So
how much is half a dozen?
8. No, 6.
What's half of 12?
6.
6. So 1, the 12, plus the 6 must mean how many books fit on each shelf?
1,152. 6.
1 and 1/2 dozen is what number?
6.5.
Nobody knows?
I don't get this.
Wait, we convert
Then stop talking. Just shh. 1 dozen is how much? Dozen eggs.
No, 12.
12.
You go to a store, you buy a dozen eggs. There's 12 eggs in a dozen.
Yeah.
1 dozen, 12. 1 dozen. If you don't know it, write it down. Half a dozen.
6.
Also, what's half of 12?
6.
12 divided by 2.
6.
So if I have 1, which you told me is 12, and then I add another half,
So 18.
1 and 1/2 dozen equals 18. That's what I need to know. Woo. So, I need to know how many total bookshelves there are. Got it. 73. I need to know how many books fit on each shelf. Got it. 18. Now I got the 2 numbers to solve it.
What? 18 times 73.
I'm ready. What's the answer? Emma.
Emma's not good.
Emma doesn't have. Thatcher. Answer. Come on, people. Pretty much spoon fed you the whole way through it. word problem strategies seem weak.
Okay.
What do I know? 52 bookshelves of fiction, 21 bookshelves of nonfiction, 1.5 dozen on each shelf. What do I not know? How many books can fit on the shelves? What do I need to know? How many shelves we got? There's 52 fiction plus 21 nonfiction. That means there are 73 shelves. What else do I need to know? 1.5 dozen books on each shelf means 18 books to a shelf. To one shelf. 18 books to one shelf. I got 73 shelves. If I just could multiply those two numbers together. 58, 0, 3, 7, 4, 11, 1,314 books.
That's what I had too.
Well, then you did it right. There you go. So there were a number of steps. We were never explicitly provided the number 73. We were never explicitly provided the number 18 either, but those were the two numbers we needed to have to solve this problem. Right?
Yeah.
If you can't get 73 times 18, then either you're doing it in a way that's acceptably longer to solve, or you're doing it totally wrong. Most likely totally
number
wrong.
4 too.
You got it. Let's do it. And then guess what we're doing after that?
Number 5.
Oh, you guys are so smart.
And then 6. Write your own.
No.
No.
We're not there, Emma. We're not there today.
Well, we would just do a really easy problem.
Number 4.
You don't want to do it all.
Let's see if we can get better. I wouldn't say any of these three you've excelled at asking the questions, solving the problem, or really anything. So give it a go. You guys should be able to do all this stuff. You guys are smart. Hector can fit 2 dozen coins on a page of his coin album.
2 dozen is 24, right?
We just talked about what 1 dozen was not too long ago.
24.
If his album has 125 pages, how many coins can he put in it? This one should not be very difficult. Or at least answer the 3 questions. Yeah. Just give it a shot on your own, kid. Let everybody have their own opportunity to figure out what 2 dozen is and everything. Soon I will pull sticks. Soon I'll pull sticks. Alright, looks like we're almost done. So, 3 questions. Always the same 3 questions with any word problem, I suppose. Not just today, but you can apply the same strategy to your science. Yeah, man. What do I know, Emma?
That he can fit 2 dozen coins on a page.
2 dozen coins on a page.
And
And
on his album.
2 dozen coins on a page. And
On his coin album. What? And what? Emma, there's one more thing we know.
the second sentence. How many pages?
225.
No, 100.
100.
Right. So I know 2 things, Emma. What are the 2 things I know?
He can fit 2 dozen coins on his page.
Yep. And?
Have 125.
Exactly. So 2 dozen coins on a page, 125 coins on a page. What don't I know? Charlotte.
You don't know how many coins he can put in.
I don't know how many coins he can put in his album. What do I need to know?
You need to know what 2 dozen
I
is.
need to know 2 dozen coins on a page is actually how many on a page?
24.
24 coins to a page, 125 pages,
So it's just 125
Multiply.
times 24.
125 times 24. Final answer, Thatcher,
3,000.
3,000 coins. Right. 125 times 24. Right.
I didn't even write the problem.
So
Plenty of time.
I would at the minimum have 125 times 24 and solve that and have 3,000. That would be good for showing work. Do I need you to write this all out word for word? They know this, they know that, they need to know that. I do not. No, I'm not gonna have you write all that would be insanity. Insanity. You would hate me. We would never get anything done. It would be ridiculous. But can we at least verbally talk out and maybe understand the three basic questions? What do I know? What do I need to know? What don't I know? I hope so that could just be enough for today. Let's drive that on your homework. There are 8 homework problems. They vary in difficulty, I guess, to be honest with you. You'll get 5, I'll get 3. Usually I just pull sticks. You pick any number 1 through 8, that's yours. Then I'll pull another stick. You pick a number 1 through 8, and when you're up, you do the problem. Do all 8. Right. Show your work. Again, for some of you, this should be more fun than not fun, I hope. Last one, number 5.
Can we do number 6?
No.
You can start working on your homework if you want.
Yeah. Wait, can we do
We got to do number 5 first. We're not done yet. Let's get number 5. So here we go. Frank types 88 words per minute. It took him 1 1/4 hours to type a report. How many words are in the report?
Oh, no. What is 1/4? 1 1/4. So $1.25. Yeah. $1.25.
We seem to be, some of us seem to be sucking air here. Alright, so let's go through the 3 questions. See if that can help us. Kiana, what do I know?
You know that Frank types 88 words per minute,
Yep,
and it took him 1 1/4 hours to type a report.
right. So 2 minutes, it would be 176 words. 3 minutes, 264 words, so on and so forth. So, yep, 88 words per minute, 1 1/4 hours. What don't I know? Charlotte.
What don't you know?
Right.
How many words there are in the report?
Right. There's 88 words a minute, 1 1/4 hours. How many words did he type in that 1 1/4 hours? That's what I don't know. So, of course, the $1 million question, what do I need to know?
You need to know what 1 1/4 equals.
Specific 1 1/4 equals what?
25.
Well, what do you mean? What am I turning it into? You said it equals something.
1 1/4. What?
What am I turning 1 1/4 into? Why am I turning it into anything?
It doesn't make sense as 1 1/4.
It's Thatcher.
Yeah.
I need to know what 1 1/4 hours is. When I say that, what do I need to know?
You need to know how many hours that is.
It's 1 1/4.
So that would be 1 hour.
Not really, no.
25 minutes. Yeah. 1 hour.
Now you said a magic word here. I heard an M word out of your mouth here. Right. What I need to know is how many what? Minutes 1 1/4 hours is. I'm trying to turn it into minutes. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's what I want to do. So, anybody know? None of you seem to be real. Dominic,
75 minutes.
75 minutes.
Oh, way off.
Why do you think it's 75?
Because 1
I
hour
think it's
is 60
85.
minutes.
I agree with that. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Would you agree with that?
Plus.
Plus
Yeah.
4.
Okay. So, yep, Dominic.
And I got the 15 from because 1/4 into an hour. It would be 15.
It's the same as a fourth of an hour. Look at the clock. We're cutting it into fourths, right? We're dividing 60 by 4. We're cutting it into 4 pieces. 60 divided by 4 is 15. So a fourth of an hour, 15, 1/4 of an hour, 2/4, another 15, that's 30, 3/4, another 15, that's 45. 4/4, 15 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15, 60. So 1/4 of an hour is just 15 minutes. So 1 1/4 hour, 1 hour is 60 minutes, 1/4 of an hour is 15 minutes. 60 plus 15, 75 minutes. 88 words per minute, 75 minutes of typing. How many words we talking about here? I got one stick left. Thatcher, what?
I have a question.
Yes.
Could we all say what we think it is and then let's see what the real answer is?
Get it going.
For this one,
There goes that one.
what do you think it is?
I think it's 6,600.
They should call you up to the office.
Looks like 6,600.
That's what I think.
Probably Emma, because she has to go to the doctor.
Hello, hello. Hello. Yep. Oh, your mom's here.
Told ya.
Okay, thanks, Heather.
See you later, Ellie.
Okay, 1 through 8. So, final answer.
Oh, can I say it?
Anybody? Charlotte?
6,600.
6,600. Right. So now we know 88 words per minute. We're talking 75 minutes. 440, 56, and 60. 0, 10, 5, 6. And, or did I add that wrong? Wait, what did I do wrong
What did you do?
here? 0, 440, 0, 56, 5, 61. There's my 6,600.
What?
6,600.
Why is no one paying attention? Because Emma's asking questions.
Homework, page 24, 1 through 8.
Can we work on our homework?
Yes. But it's almost time to pack up, too. So, be prepared tomorrow to be the teacher for your one problem. You'll get to pick your problem. Basically, all 8 problems will be available. I'll pull a stick. You can pick 1 through 8, whatever one you want. It's your problem.
Wait, from our homework?
Next person, right. Next person will pick, obviously not whatever the first person picked, whatever the remaining 7 choices are, that's your problem. But your problem, you'll do it up here, you'll show us how to do it.
So
right?
the
Be the
last
teacher.
person